So this is a little presentation about WFX, what we do, and digital transformation in general in the fashion and apparel and textile industry. So a little bit about our company. So we have about over 20 years of experience in fashion, apparel and textile technology, and digital transformation of this industry exclusively. So we're about 280 employees across 8 countries, and we've worked with over 600 companies, brands and manufacturers across 50 countries with over 35,000 users who use our products and services and have digitally transformed their operations with us. We have a 24/7 support team, and we support our global customer base through this support setup. And we have an R&D center in Gurgaon in around Delhi, and that's where a lot of our development and product development takes place for our software products. We're also partners with Microsoft as well as with Amazon's web services for a lot of our cloud hosting and tech collaboration. So what exactly do we do? We provide end-to-end integrated software for apparel and textiles. So we don't just try and solve one pinpointed piece of the puzzle. We try and give people an entire digital platform, a landscape and IT backbone of their company, so they can build on top from there and create visibility and create decision making and automation within the actual organization. So we've got a very modern tech architecture. It's visual, modern, intuitive interface. It's been built with the modern user in mind. The software products, they've been around for a long time, but the legacy products of yesteryear are very difficult to use, and the generation of today that's used to using consumer products, mobiles, apps, just don't understand how a legacy system works. So they want something they're familiar with, something that is easy to use, something that they're used to using, something that to them feels like browsing a website. So that's the genesis and the methodology with which we've actually constructed our user experience. We've built a lot of business automation within the product because in today's day and age, people want to use data. They want to extract decisions and information out of data to take good decisions. They want their people to take good decisions, but they want things automated. They don't want to crank their hands and feet for very long to actually get data out. So they want simple information and data coming in without too much challenge. They want a lot of automation. They want data to work for them. Global best practices, why I mention this, is because we've had so much of experience with implementing and digital transformation of companies all over the world, from small, fast-growing startups to very large international organizations, that a lot of our teams and people within the organization have had so much experience that we've been able to draw upon best practices from the best companies in the world and introduce that into our applications. It's 100% fully cloud-native products, so it's built on the latest tech available today. We've also integrated with new technologies. We actually have a ChatGPT integration, so we also have AI generative chatbots, which right now Microsoft is going to launch Copilot, so which is actually going to help people within the actual software for decision making and to help it do things for them. So that's at a high level. Overall, we are trying to connect process and information across the entire organization. So from your design to your sample development, to your costing, to merchandising, to sourcing, procurement, material planning, inventory, warehousing, logistics, quality control, cut planning, cutting, your shop floor, logistics, and of course, how that also linked in to your financials to help people understand how the financial impact of the products that they're actually making, developing, and manufacturing. So the idea of WFX and our digital transformation journey is not just to pinpoint one area and give you one pinpointed solution, but to give you an entire platform where the whole organization can make a step change in digital transformation and to achieve your specific goals. Because we do the entire fashion value chain, all the way from digitizing spinning, knitting, weaving, dyeing, fabric making, and of course, finished garments and apparel making. So we have vertically integrated solutions that cover the entire value chain, all the way from spinning to apparel, or a specific vertical that a particular organization would be dealing with. We have over 600 customers in 50 countries that use WFX, and these names span from brands, fast-growing companies, fully digital brands like Zivame in India, or an Everlane in the US, or Skims, to large-scale manufacturers like Classic Fashions, to Incube in Sri Lanka, to large vertically integrated fashion companies in Korea, and so forth and so on. So we have a lot of experience all across the world where all of our consultants have gone and drawn upon and helped all of these companies digitally transform to meet their specific goals. So we have a variety of product offerings. One of our product offerings is a PLM, which is a product lifecycle management solution. So the way to think about that is helping companies digitize the design to order lifecycle. So connecting their design department, product development, fabric development, and helping them manage the exact design development part of the equation, all the way to an integrated enterprise resource planning product, which is essentially linking the dots across the entire organization. We've created a bunch of ancillary products as well, like a cut plan solution, which helps companies automate role picking and optimize their fabric utilization. MES, which are shop floor tools, where there are different flavors, our own MES products as well as partner MES products that we work with, where we are able to drive visibility down to the shop floor, help these manufacturing companies understand the efficiency of their sewing operators, build skill matrices, and help them improve overall efficiency of their production department. On the textile side, we work with IoT devices where we can automatically link in machine data and provide the business and production managers information they need to ensure that their machines are running efficiently. We also have a sustainability solution where now there's an entire regulation and a push towards sustainability, especially from the EU, and a lot of brands are taking this on as their own initiative. So helping companies understand and digitize their operations to be able to meet their internal sustainability goals as well as buyer demanded sustainability requirements. We have an integrated vendor portal to help our organizations and the customers who we work with collaborate and interconnect with their entire downstream supply chain. They're tier 2, tier 3 suppliers because finally right product, right time, right quality, right price is also dependent a lot on your third-party supply chain partners. So we help link all those dots as well. And finally, giving them a layer of insights to help them understand how data is to be used to improve something in the actual business. It's not just good enough providing people with data, but giving them the assistance to understand how can they actually make use of their data to go back and improve something in their business. Because that's the actual end goal of a digital transformation journey. It's not just for the sake of digitally transforming, but it is to finally see the impact and the improvement in specific different areas of their business. So who do we actually touch? We touch textile manufacturers, we touch apparel manufacturers, sourcing companies, as well as fashion brands. So our digital solutions and our products encompass the entire fashion value chain. And part of the benefit of us understanding the different segments of the value chain is because when we are working with brands, we already know the direction they're going into. What are they expecting from their manufacturing partners? We're able to receive that knowledge and link that back in to our products and services on the manufacturing side. Simultaneously, we understand from our manufacturing customers what are the challenges that they face. A lot of them want to interconnect with their brands, get tighter, integrate better, sync up their technologies, and we're able to feed that back to the brands who work with us and the brand partners who our manufacturers work with. So that's the advantage of the different connects we have across the entire fashion value chain. Finally, what is the WFX advantage, right? Why do people actually work with us? Why do they choose WFX as a digital solution partner? Finally, it boils down to the fact that we have a strong domain expertise. All of our consultants are born and bred in this industry, each and every one of our 280 people, down from our tech team, all the way up to our consulting partners who actually sit in front of our customers. Everyone understands this industry's language. So we eat, drink, live, feel the problems that our customers actually face. We're only focused on this one industry, and that's why we're so focused and able to feed back the loop both into our products, into our product roadmap, into the evolution of where our technology is taking us, and to the benefit of our customers. We're able to provide them industry best practices. We're able to provide our customers knowledge of how some of the leading companies across the globe actually think about technology, think about digitization. What are their best practices? How do they successfully cost things, manage things, create efficiencies across their entire operation? We're able to feed that back and provide that value to people who we actually work with. The other part is that we have a cloud-native software that's constantly evolving. We have a live cloud-based set of products, and as we get feedback from our customers, which we do all the time, it's a living, breathing, evolving thing, and we're learning every single day, trying to get better every single day. We take all of the feedback from our customers. We have an internal product team who has a vision and direction of where the industry is moving towards. We combine global customer feedback, our own product team's feedback, and that links in to the next evolution of our products and services. So anytime customers work with us, wherever we are in our journey of digitization, they know that every quarter they're getting something new and a benefit that they didn't have before through the learnings that we create across our customer ecosystem. And finally, we try and deliver efficient scalability. You know, one of the goals of every company in business is to grow their business efficiently. How do they do that? How do they actually grow, but grow where every dollar that they invest is going to give them a faster and better ROI on the outside? That's the final objective that a lot of these companies actually want. They want to see a real business impact in their business. So these are just a few case studies and a few of the customers who we've worked with and who we've helped digitize over the years. Just going to mention a few. One is Classic Fashions. This is the largest apparel manufacturer in the Middle East. It's over $1 billion in knits and denims. They have 22 factories. They deal a lot with companies like Walmart and Adidas. And what we've done with them is, this was a pretty evolved organization. They already had different disparate bits of software running and being managed across their company. What they were facing a challenge was linking all that information together. They had a challenge trying to integrate all these different software products and have them talk to each other, because finally they're looking for answers through data, and looking at one department isn't the only answer. It's about giving them the global picture. So we did two things. One is we were able to link up everything under one common tech platform. And the second part was they have a key relationship with one of their buyers, Adidas. Adidas has a very clear tech vision of where they want to go with technology and how they want to bring their partners and manufacturing partners along with them. We understood that roadmap, and we actually helped integrate and link up their SOPs and operations with their biggest customer, Adidas's expectations, both in terms of process and in terms of integrating technology. So that's a huge advantage that we've been given as a boost to this company, and this company is on a tearing growth path. Another good example is Thankong. This is the global manufacturing arm of Elan Group. Elan Group in Korea is the equivalent of Reliance. They're a big conglomerate. So they have a massive vertically integrated fashion business. It's over $1 billion brand, and all the manufacturing for their brand, they do themselves across their factories in Vietnam, Myanmar, Cambodia, Sri Lanka, and in India. And what we did there was, we tried to connect all of their global manufacturing operations and link them up on WFX to create best practices for Elan as a group, and have each different disparate manufacturing operation geographically dispersed function along the same SOPs and get the same value. And that's exactly where we did. And this company is vertically integrated all the way from spinning all the way to making finished garments. So this is what we've been doing with this organization. An example on the brand side is a retailer called Forever New. This is a company in Australia. They have over 300 stores now, all over South Asia, Middle East, the US, India as well. And here we implemented PLM to integrate all of the company's design, product development, sourcing, and quality operations across all of their offices. And we integrated with their internal systems and warehousing systems and point of sale systems. Another example closer to home is Bennett in India. Benetton is, of course, part of the global Benetton Group. Their India arm has, I think, about 400 different point of sale locations. And their challenge was they wanted a solution to manage their product life cycle because they were doing a lot of things in Excel when it came to actually launching their new collections. And they wanted to bring digital transformation to their design and development operations. They had a pretty good logistics solution. They were trying to figure something out. They had a pretty good point of sale solution. So they had good solutions interacting with the customer, but they wanted solutions for their design and development area. So we've done a variety of different things for different types of organizations. Just another example is Texport Industries. They're one of the very old garment exporters based in Bangalore and Mumbai. Maybe some of you guys will be familiar with them. They have about 19 facilities located across all these different locations in India. They've recently also vertically backward integrated, and they've gone into creating knitting. And we've also digitized all of their manufacturing operations on WFX. We've helped reduce a lot of manual errors. There are bits and pieces of the business they were actually conducting manually, like getting orders from customers. When you're dealing with these large customer orders and customers are giving the manufacturer forecast orders, the actual order confirmations comes in bits and pieces for different destinations. There's so much revision and change that takes place that it keeps changing these companies' planning. And that creates a lot of inefficiencies in material, in production management. So we help give them better visibility and forecast into that specific area. Finally, the core business benefits that our customer face are increased efficiency, a huge reduction in data entry, which we do through concepts like connecting automated EDI interfaces with their customers, down to using RPA and robotic process automation that directly reads data off of PDFs and inputs that data directly into these software systems without having manual data entry. Quality improvement by improving the design to production ratio and improving the final outcome of quality, and as a result reducing chargebacks and claims that customers give them. Cost reduction, improving their material cost, improving procurement, increasing inventory turnaround time, and reducing their material cost, which is the biggest input cost in any garment or any manufacturing process in flexible materials. Finally, also speed to market, right? How quickly can I deliver? If you talk to any manufacturer today, they've got a few things that every buyer will always tell them, which is, give it to me at a lower price, and I want it faster. And that's been going on since the beginning of time, and I don't think it's going to stop. So here the manufacturers having to always reinvent themselves to suffice and successfully deliver to buyer expectations. We have a bunch of technology partnerships. We've been in this business quite a while. So from Microsoft to Oracle to Fast React to Shopify to Adobe Illustrator to Clo and Browseware, we've got integrations and connectors to all of these different products that our customers use across their internal ecosystem. Now, finally, I would just like to touch a little bit about a few industry trends that we've been noticing, and I'm sure some of you will sort of relate to them. One is we're seeing a lot of vertical integration, or we're seeing more vertical integration take place in the last couple of years than we have probably in the previous 10 years. What does that mean? Companies that are making garments are backward integrating and getting onto the textile side. They're trying to make fabrics, they're getting into knitting, they're getting into dyeing. And what's happening is that the buyers are pushing them for timelines, and a lot of these guys feel that if they owned more of their own supply chain, they're going to be able to deliver faster. And the other benefit is that the buyer and the customers feel that you actually could have more control and ownership of your own supply chain. Another point is consolidation. A lot of companies are consolidating. You guys may have heard that H&M now has decided to reduce their supplier base in Bangladesh, where they want to consolidate more orders with larger and larger factories. So what that means is better performing manufacturing companies who rank higher in the vendor scorecard of buyers are actually going to grow and get more business, and the small guys are actually going to get no business. So there's a consolidation at this industry happening at a lot of levels, where the better and the bigger are getting better and bigger, and the guys who aren't as efficient and who aren't servicing needs of buyers are getting marginalized. Regulation, new law in the EU, sustainability, the reporting is starting with brands. the manufacturing companies need to now start figuring out ways to deliver on this reporting aspect. And every year there's a plan where it's going to get more stringent, where you're going to have to eventually be report on your entire supply chain that's touched a particular product which you've made and shipped into the EU, down to the carbon footprint that you've created along with a digital passport. It's starting with sustainability certificates to prove these products have been manufactured at factories that are compliant to produce them. That's the first step. Carbon reduction, both from a buyer perspective as well as from the perspective of consumers. Consumers also want to feel good about the products they buy, and that's driving things down to the manufacturer. And geographic dispersion. We're seeing manufacturers open factories, Indian manufacturers open factories in Africa. We have a customer sitting here. They just bought a factory in Africa sitting in Bangalore. We see customers, companies in Korea opening manufacturing in Indonesia. And so geographic lock-in is no longer with the way the industry works. People are willing to go wherever and open factories wherever, and giving them a cloud platform to help manage these disparate locations is a really important aspect to manage these businesses. So just as a summary, the digital transformation journey is about understanding a company's IT landscape and maturity, designing a custom digital transformation journey based on a company's business goals. Some companies are just trying to get clarity of their business data, while other companies are even trying to implement AI in production planning. So where are we on the spectrum? It's not one size fits all. Centralize and integrate your processes to build an information backbone. That's part of what we try and do with organizations. And using the latest tools available to help you guys move along that digital transformation maturity level. Just a few testimonials. We've got some customers in the audience today, which is nice to see, from customers who've worked with us and have benefited from WFX and our technology. So I'll leave you at that, and I look forward to our panel discussion with some of our esteemed guests. Thank you.